All right, we're out here Chanticleer. It is Wednesday. Just going to do a walkthrough. Things are actually really coming together. A lot of things have happened here. It's looking really good. The den is looking very nice. We talked about possibly painting that court around a little bit. Not the end of the world if that can't happen. Looks really nice and clean in here. The carpet, I'm very pleased with. They did a nice job. I like the way they wrap these stairs. A lot of installers cheap out and they just kind of drop it down and they call it a waterfall. It looks like crap. This is really nicely done. Everything's wrapped and really nice and tight on every step. I'm very pleased. We'll head out into the kitchen. It's looking good. We're getting there. I noticed that the washer and dryer are new. That's nice. The dryer sort of has to stick out a little bit because of the way that vent is. I don't know if there's a better solution for that would allow that to push back a little bit further. My concern is mainly that, when this doesn't open fully, and it's going to bang into the washing machine or the dryer there, I guess. So that's something to consider. Take a peek out here real quick. The garage is still pretty gross, and it's a work in progress. There's a fridge out here, so that's got to get brought in, but that's looking really nice. But yeah, this is a work in progress out here. Still have to get some things cleaned up here and figure out a plan for these steps, but it's coming together. Got the closet doors on here. Some touch-ups, just like, this trims all. So he's installed these door handles at a peculiar height that I think is peculiar, only because it doesn't match up with any of the other door handles. It's probably, 8 inches taller than the normal door handle height. So that's kind of weird, but okay, that's fine. That door still needs to get painted there too to get touched up. Got some handles on here. It's looking good. I don't know if these could, I can see where they did a tick mark to put the center, but that might need to get touched up, and I can see where the center mark they drew on there, and that's still there. The pencil mark's still there, so maybe those could get touched up. I still see some pencil marks around that hardware as well. Same here. I don't know if this hardware can come off and get a fresh coat of paint on there. Still need some caulking around the baseboards there. This is looking nice. We still have an issue on the wall there, a hole. You can sort of see the outline of the old backsplash there as well. Love to see if that could get cleaned up a little bit more. Some things have been rubbed on the trim here. Typical stuff that we'd want to get that final painter guy to come through and touch up. But kitchen's coming along nicely. Looks like the faucet's installed there. They've got the framing around the fridge that looks nice. They've kind of done some transition here. We may need to do some touch up on that soffit piece there as well. Looks like he's gotten that hardware installed at that same height, whatever height it is, it's consistent at least. That door will need to get painted there as well. But it's got, got the water line there for the ice maker. The cabinets installed. Looking pretty good. Got the microwave installed. Got the plug in the right place. So making some progress here for sure. Dishwasher's there. So sinks in. Is the water? Nope, no water's not on yet. But that's a nice little tray there. Come out here. Still looking really nice. Same door, same height there. So again, consistent, but come through here. It looks like they've been doing some sanding in here, which is nice. So they've mudded that out above there, and it actually is centered and looking really sharp. Put that sink there. So yeah, you can see that's all lined up nicely. They did a nice job of patching all that. Maybe a little more light sanding and a fresh coat of paint on that will help out for sure. So looking good. Let's see, we'll come back here. Let's go upstairs first. Some little issues here. I don't know, this feels bumpy below that switch. I'm not sure if that was damaged. I didn't remember that being bumpy like that, but again, the stairs looking really nice. Just little things around these plugs, like love to see that cleaned up a little bit more, but for the most part, real pleased with this carpet. They did a nice job on the stairs. That's always the hardest point. So did a nice job with trimming around all of the spindles. Pretty nicely done there. The carpet color looks nice with the gray and the white. They blend really nicely. Go ahead in here. Looks so nice just to have the clean carpet. Working, I guess that's a mirror there, and the blinds are kind of messy, but working on some things here. Still need to get that baseboard. Remember, it was not installed and the painters just painted it, but it needs to get caulked and secured to the wall and then repainted. So take a peek into the bathroom here. So this first closet's looking pretty sharp with the carpet in it. We still see that we're missing a little bit of baseboard there and a little bit of baseboard there. I think there was something that was built in there previously. It's not the end of the world. It's in a closet, but you know, it is what it is. So let's take a peek in here. I know we had some issues going on with this. Doesn't look like they've been resolved. Still a little bit gross there on the side of that. I'm not sure if that can get resolved now that the carpet's in, but carpet looks pretty good. Took some still photos of the bathroom too. Looks like they've got the lights moved up a bit. They've boxed out those old ones. Hopefully they'll have a cap or something that will cover that to allow that to be in a sealed compartment. So the tub's looking really good. I'm gonna move this here. Nice and white. We've got to install that hardware back on the handles and the drain spout covers and so on. But looking nice and clean and white here. It looks like he's got that baseboard down there. Let's see, like it looks like the quarter round's like about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch off of the surface. In a perfect world, we'd want to see that, you know, tightly touching the floor. It seems like there's a gap there underneath the quarter round. It's quite a bit larger on the right than on the left. So still need some little detail work with filling those holes and maybe touching up along the line there, but we got our handles sprayed out there. So you know, we got some mudding to do, sanding, filling that mud around the backsplash area. I don't know if this comes with a backsplash piece that's, you know, 4 inches tall that wraps across the back. That might help hide that gap that we see along the wall. If there was the same material that just gets applied to the wall, I'm not sure if that's an option or not. So head back out here, but it's looking so nice and clean just to see finished surfaces and carpet and so on here. So very nice to see that. We'll head over here. I guess they're working on the doors for the linen closet. and then maybe the doors for here. So we don't have any light bulbs in this light fixture in the bedroom yet, so I imagine they're working on that. But looking pretty good in here. Still need to address some of the issues here. That mirror's there. This is all going to have to get cleaned really well, and hopefully that caulking can be addressed. And this last piece of tile almost looks like it's like loose or something. So maybe that can get repositioned and caulked into place nicely. And certainly all of the additional things. We got the bar up there. In a perfect world, I love to see some of these nail pops tapped in and mudded and so on if this ends up needing to get repainted, because, we've got this patch here, and then there's some repainting that needs to happen on this door. But God, just cleaning this room is going to make a huge difference. We're, moving in the right direction for sure. Just noticed this here in that little alcove. That's a little piece of coax that got pushed in. That really could get pushed back out and get mudded if possible. But still have those couple little holes above there as well. But, we're making progress here. Head back down here. I really like the light fixture. A good call on that for sure. They're still working on the deck out front. I took some still photos of that. I want to send you as well. One thing with the flooring here I wanted to point out is we need some sort of an edging on that. I don't know what it would be, if it's an L-shaped piece that just goes over the top and conceals that nicely. Maybe it's a metal black stair tread piece. Something just to conceal that edge and finish it a little bit better would be great. But again, really good job on the stairs. Have some issues where they've sort of nicked or scraped, and there's a vertical line there. I'm not sure what that's about. And just some general dirty handprints. Still need some caulking and trimming and touch-up paint around that. That light fixture, I think you changed that out. It looks very nice. Larger, it covered that weird hole around the base of it. But, still need some more caulking on all of the trim. Take a peek in the bar. It's coming together. He's got those wood pieces there. Hopefully, if you have some sort of a stair tread piece or a trim piece for that edge there, you'll be able to use that at the top as well. I'm not sure why he pulled out that countertop here. It looks like the shelves are up. Those look really nice there. He's drywalled and mudded out that little weird compartment that used to be a light there. So that's different. And, gotta get some stuff wrapped up and cleaned here. But I'm not sure what type of flooring will go behind the bar. Will that be paint like the epoxy in the storage room? So that sort of needs to get addressed too. But it looks nice and sharp. We've got the recessed lights above the bar. They just sort of kept them where they were at. We need to get a replacement tile there. Looks like they've been working on mudding out this beam here below that vent. Probably needs another coat of mud on it and some sanding, and then have that trim out around the box there. I do notice that it looks like some of that corner metal piece on there needs to get touched up. It was painted white here, but it's not painted all the way down. So maybe some touch-ups on that trim as well. The baseboards need to be completed and caulked and wrapped around the base there of that. But all in all, it's looking very nice. One thing to note is it seems that the blinds are all sort of rubbing on the carpet here. Don't know if that's something that this could maybe get raised a little bit so that they don't rub. That would be something to look into. Sort of need to do some filling here. This is that trim is loose and there's quite a gap behind that trim here. That needs to get addressed, and maybe I'd even be okay with losing that coaxial cable and that telephone jack. And then there's some touch-up marks that, got rubbed on the wall. But, looking very nice here with the carpet installed. So, still need some, detail work here. I don't think they really address that. It's not the end of the world. It just, it is what it is. Some of the baseboard still needs to get caulked here, and you can see quite a gap behind the trim pieces here. So maybe they're going to do a bunch of caulking, on the trims to finish this up a little bit better. Peek in here. So it's looking nice. I like that you can turn on a switch and have all the lights turn on. So I imagine they'll probably be working on the flooring in here. I don't know if you want to try and redo the baseboard or just call it a day as is, secure it, caulk it, and paint it. Some things to note down here. They still haven't really done much trim around this door here. This needs to get, this closet door needs to get trimmed out a little bit better to kind of clean that up. But, some little things, not the end of the world. We're missing a trim piece along the side of there to just fill that gap and cover that. It's a little rough in some areas, like you can see the lip of the mud there where they, it's mudded up to that cut line on that paneling that was on there. Not the end of the world, but, and then there's this edge where it still shows the sparkly gray. That probably needs to get painted white as well when the painter comes back for that, just to finish off that trim there. No closet doors here. I'm not sure if they're working on that. I don't see extras here. And this is kind of perhaps a little shorter height, so I'm not sure how they'll address that. Bathroom's still disgusting. Ooh, it doesn't look like anyone's flushing the toilet. That's terrific. All right. I'm going to turn off that light. Wow. No toilet paper, no flushing. All right. But it's coming together. Let me know if you have any specific questions.